Hello and welcome back to Explain the Charts. Today we will be analyzing Google's stock based on both current events and recent charting data. First, let's take a look at recent news concerning Google stock. Many sources report the stock closed at $192.69 on December 30th. Several financial news outlets provide real-time quotes and historical data for Google, while others offer analyst estimates and charts, showing varying perspectives on future price movement. While there's no consensus on a specific price target for 2024, the overall sentiment appears to be cautiously optimistic. Now, let's transition to the one-day candlestick chart for Google to visualize the recent price action. The daily chart shows a clear upward trend over the past several months, marked by a series of higher highs and higher lows. However, there are some periods of consolidation, suggesting potential resistance levels that the stock might struggle to overcome. We can observe a significant surge in volume around specific periods of high volatility. This data gives context to any news events from earlier that could have impacted the price fluctuations. Zooming in on the period from late October to early November on the daily chart, we see a notable price correction. During this time, there appears to be significant selling pressure, resulting in a sharp decline in price. This decline correlates with a specific piece of news from that period, which we will discuss now. In analyzing this decline, we need to look at the one-hour charts to determine if there were any key reversal patterns formed during this correction. Let's switch to the one-hour chart to gain a more granular understanding of the price action during the October/November correction. The hourly chart reveals a clearer picture of short-term price fluctuations and the volume at those key points. We can see many small wicks formed during this price decline, which could suggest buying pressure during the pullback. This supports the idea that this correction was largely driven by short-term volatility rather than a fundamental shift in investor sentiment. Analyzing the 15-minute chart during the same time frame will provide even more detail around these wicks. There are several bullish reversal patterns that are present on the 15-minute chart around these key support levels. This pattern suggests that any further pullback is limited and buyers are more than likely present at the key support levels. Returning to the daily chart, we can observe that after the October/November correction, Google bounced back sharply, which suggests that the selling was done by the short-term traders. This could support the idea that the underlying support for Google is still quite strong, and therefore any dip could offer attractive entry points for long-term investors. Let's recap the key price levels from our analysis. The support level around $130 on the daily chart, which shows a good support area which buyers look to accumulate. Furthermore, the resistance level around $140 appears notable on the daily chart, which could cause a short-term pullback for the stock. The likelihood of these levels holding depends on several factors, including overall market conditions and the release of any significant news. If we see a substantial increase in volume on an upward move which breaks this resistance level, then this could suggest higher prices for Google in the short term. Conversely, if there is a significant decline in the stock and breaking below the $130 support level, then this could create a significant decline for Google in the short term. In terms of long-term outlook, the overall positive trend suggests potential for further price appreciation, but careful monitoring of key support and resistance levels and news impacting the stock is crucial.